accordance with the Local Government Act 1993 and the requirements of the New South Wales Office for Local Government 2021 Model Code of Meeting Practice. The Central Tablelands Weeds Authority live streams and records this meeting. The live stream and the subsequent audio-visual recordings will be published on CTWA's website and be made publicly accessible for the duration required by legislation. By speaking at this meeting, you acknowledge and agree that your words and images may be broadcast live and made available in the public domain through CTWA's website. Please ensure that when you address the meeting, you are respectful of others and use appropriate language at all times. CTWA accepts no liability for any defamatory or offensive comments or gestures made during the meeting by participants. Central Tablelands Weeds Authority acknowledges the Wiradjuri people, the traditional custodians of the lands where we work and live. CTWA celebrates the diversity of Aboriginal peoples and their ongoing cultures and connections to the lands and waters of the New South Wales Central Tablelands. 1.3, apologies in application for leaves of absence. I note that Councillors McKibben, Reynolds, Ring and Mahoney are all attending by audio-visual link, and Councillor Fry, and that Councillor Graham is attending via audio system, and that they're for the purposes of this meeting.
Chair, could I move that we actually undertake the meeting via video and audio link?
Could I? Yes, I was going to ask the resolution that the meeting move that the attendance by members via audio, visual, and audio links be approved. All in. Can I have a mover? Councillor Reynolds, thank you.
Yeah, seconded it. Yeah, Councillor Ring.
Councillor Ring, thank you. All in favour? Carried unanimously. Thank you. Right. Are there any disclosures of interest, pecuniary or non-pecuniary, of any of the one item that's to be is listed on the agenda?
Nope.
No presentations. We go to item 2, General Manager's reports. 2.1 is the adoption of the financial year 2027 and 10-year long-term financial plan 2026-27 to 2035-36. And the delivery plan from 2026 to 2030 and the operational plan for 2026-27. The recommendation is that Council formally adopt the financial year 2026-27 budget, the operational plan 2026 to 2030.
That's the delivery program,
the operational plan for 2026-2027, the delivery plan for 2026 to 2030, and what else do we have to do? That's it. And the 10-year long-term financial plan for 2026-27 to 2035-36. Is that correct?
It's called the Business Activity Strategic Plan, but yes.
Business Activity Strategic Plan, not the 10-year long-term financial plan.
No.
Yes, so we've changed that. So I'll repeat it. I think we maybe do this. The recommendation is the Council, Council formally adopt the following, 1, financial year 2026-2027 budget. 2, the delivery plan 2026-2030. 3, the operational plan 2026-2027. Semicolon. And 4, the what is it called? The budget and strategic plan.
Business activity strategic
plan from 2026-27 to 2035-36. Could I have a mover? Councillor Reynolds, seconder, please. Councillor Mahoney. Discussion. Councillor Reynolds.
Thank you, Chair. I did ask some questions which have been distributed to the members. It's important to remember this is a budget, so it is an estimate. You're never going to be 100% accurate. No council ever is. I commend the General Manager for compiling after a lot of challenges with a budget. The one area, there are a couple of areas within the budget that I have asked for further sort of clarification, and one of those is further weed testing, where we've allocated, I think it was 7,000. I just don't have it open in front of me at the moment.
That's
per
correct.
annum.
7,000 is correct.
Which I've suggested we discuss further, as in while it's in the budget, we don't have to spend it. So at this stage, I'd recommend to the General Manager, leave it in the budget. We have a discussion on whether we want to continue on weeds testing on a basis, but before we spend any money, we actually make a decision and a recommendation comes up to Council on whether we are going to progress with that continuing testing, and we may well do that, Chair. I just didn't want to make a decision there. The other change from past budgets is we are now actually taking a small amount of money out of the roadside weed spraying for staff costs, which we haven't in the past, which the General Manager did come back and clarify. At this stage, I'd like to actually see a bit of more discussion about that, but leave it in the budget at this stage, because as I said, a budget is an estimate. But we have a few months before we charge, before we do the roadside program. So while we're discussing the testing for resistance, if we have it at a working group or an information and strategy session, that we also discuss whether we want to progress with that. It would deteriorate the budget situation slightly, because we are taking some of the wages of staff out of that, and it would actually create a bigger deficit if we don't progress. But I do again suggest that we do have a discussion about that one in more depth before we actually implement that. But we do have some time on that on our side there with that one. They're the major two issues that I've seen out of the budget. There was a clarification out of the original draft to this one. The General Manager did discover a inconsistency with regard to the motor vehicles, I think it was. But that has been corrected in what has been published both online and to the members. I'll leave it there, Chair.
Councillor Mahoney, have you got something? You're on mute.
Well, I won't add any detailed comment while I'm on mute, but I just won't speak any further to it, only to just extend thanks to Councillor Reynolds and the Finance Committee for their work with our General Manager, Michael Jones, and the support they've provided there. I think we're really functioning well as a council around the financial element. So just an extension of thanks to those particular councillors who are doing that work.
Yes, thank you. And I'd like to thank Councillor Reynolds for his work, and also Councillor Ring with his work recently on this. Just on a couple of things, I thought we had actually decided to include an administrative cost in the roadside, and maybe that's what's reflected in that amount that's there. I thought we had made that decision some time ago.
Are you asking me, Chair, or the General Manager?
I'm asking the General Manager, but also I thought we had decided at some stage to include a small amount for administration, but some time ago.
Through the Chair, I thought there was a discussion that was had that staff wages directly related to the roadside spray program could be included or were included to reflect the actual cost of the program. It's minimal, if anything, but it was just an acknowledgement of what the real cost to CTWA was for that program.
Yeah, so when I saw the slight variation, I thought that's just going to be the administrative cost. That's how I assumed it was. Yes, Councillor Reynolds?
And we've got to be very, very careful here, because we can't claim with regard to inspections, which we are claiming under our WAP program. We cannot claim that under this program, otherwise it'll be double dipping. So we just got to be very, very careful. This is only administration. It's not inspections by the staff, because that comes under a different program, and the state government wouldn't be very happy with us if we were.
And that's why I said I thought the small higher difference between the income and the thing was for administration,
Yeah.
i.e., going out. And the other question I have is maybe if we could put it on the agenda for an upcoming meeting as to a report on, because I know we had some weed resistance tested, etc., where we are with that. Have we been able to move it forward with DPI and other entities? What were the findings if we were able to? Because I'm not quite certain where we ended up with that.
Through the chair, I've seen the weed resistant testing report that was done. I believe it was tabled
Yes.
back late last year, if not early this year. I'm more than happy to circulate that to councillors. There was about 12 samples taken across 6 landholders with mixed results, i.e. some showing resistance, others showing no resistance. But more than happy.
And that was in relation to serrated tussock, or was it in
solely
relation
related to serrated tussock?
And then we did discuss whether we should do a similar test at one stage for Chilean needlegrass. So I think we need to at least discuss it at an upcoming meeting. Maybe it could go on the agenda for the next meeting.
Okay.
They're the only 2 areas I had. Yes, Councillor Reynolds? Oh, I thought you put your hand up. Oh, you're putting it up, you're scratching your head. All right. Any further business? If not, I put the motion as per the recommendation. All in favour?
Aye.
Aye. Carried unanimously. Thank you. I note that that is the only item of business. I declare, I note that the next ordinary council meeting is scheduled for 2 p.m. on the 21st of August 2026 at 7 Lee Street, Kelso. And I declare this extraordinary meeting closed at 4:32 p.m. Thank you for all your attendance.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you for your have a